Mahag Saar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Here I come!
On guard! I'm getting hard sealed! By the power of water!
I'll blind you with the dust!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay? Into the
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Mega ray! Annihilation!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield is! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. What's this thing?
Let's see what you've got.
Water, hear my call! Spread! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning sun! Water, hear my call! I'll take out the leg with my shield!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here I go!
Take this!
You're mine!
We did it!
I can carve through armor!
My turn! Annihilation! Mega ray!
Raining slash!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
I'll stop and charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Air pressure!
Didn't even break a sweat.
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
Let's see what you've got.
You're mine!
Radiant pierce!
Negative
Shield down! You're on! Mega ray!
I'm not done!
Mega ray!
Pile driver!
Severing wind!
Dry!
Take this! You come and face me!
Radiant pierce!
Try harder!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Let's
Make it
talk
rain!
more pummeling.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
So, fire and earth astral energy, huh?
A perfect combination.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is ToA Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. All right. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Yeah. I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. There we go. I'll get you next time. Ha! There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
There we go. Dagnabbit! It got away. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought, after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renan cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable, the last.
Eagle assault!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Fine, free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Armor won't save you!
Going in.
Here I
What's
come!
up?
Dragon swarm!
Going in.
Wind!
I'll make you Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Not acceptable. I'm not done! Lunar Rondo! Mirage! Storm! Blew away! Dragon swarm! Victory! In an instant! Impact block!
My fists are crushing it out there! Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it.
Eagle assault!
What's this?
Eagle dive!
Wind!
Airborne beast!
Make it rain!
Sion!
This one's got your name on it!
This could be useful.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart!
When he slows down, that's our chance!
This one's mine.
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
You require a hand.
Oh, damn!
No further!
I'm just getting started.
You require a hand.
You're mine! Severing wind! Devastation!
Eat this!
You're mine! Severing wind! Lunar
You'll find no
Here,
mercy.
let me help.
Take this!
Tiger
Dragon
blade.
form!
I'll tear you apart.
Here I come! No escape!
Talon hurricane.
Can you take it?
Take this!
Switch to offense.
Dragon swarm!
Piercing roar.
Resonate with the
Take it away.
All yours, Kisara.
We did it.
Magnificently done.
No escape! Lunar Rongo!
Catapult!
Mirage! Raining
Going
blast!
in.
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sent...
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Oh man, I hope I long enough to regret this. Elusive deity! I'll face you.
Aw, you try to come over?
Elusive
I'll
deity!
handle it.
We got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours.
Take off. Provide assistance.
Burn in hell.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Now, you're mine.
Wallow dance!
Castle.
Onward!
Lunarondo. Devastation.
Air resonate with the earth!
Sharp!
You're
Primed
right.
and ready!
Eat this!
I'm on it. Here I come.
Resonate with the
Sword
earth!
Rain Alpha.
Stalagmite!
Going in!
Wallow dance!
This one's mine!
Do it. Severing wind.
This one's mine!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Take this! Watch it! Leave the agile ones to me.
I've got plenty to go around.
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Don't let another incantation ruin the enemy wields armor too.
You'll soon see about that!
Armor won't save you!
Tiger Blade! Where are you going?
No looking back.
Negative form! Onward! We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on!
Next. Lightning thrust. Take it.
I'm gone!
Lunarondo.
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Don't suffer in silence!
Lunarondo.
Crescent Moon!
Lost in pain.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Rotating pile driver!
You're mine. Dragon Swarm.
No further!
Here goes!
Dance!
Make it rain!
In an instant. Impact block.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you.
Let the marksman handle this!
Resonate with the earth!
Ignite.
Not in your dreams! Ugh, it's a duel of the arts!
Dragon form! Watch this! A new melody!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here! How's this? Elusive
What's
deity!
the line?
I'll take you all on.
In the group!
Dragon Swarm.
We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep...
Don't worry, cause Law's on!
Soda.
Begin!
Switch to offense!
Heal!
Seems about right to me.
a long slog with this one.
Grounded!
Going in.
Strike! Talon
Where are
Storm!
you going?
Death from the wind!
Hey, shield and face!
That frickin' does it!
Piercing roar!
Rising Falcon!
Shine!
Lunar Strike! Hurricane Thrust!
What's this?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm even stronger than before.
Let's see what you've
If
got.
it's in the sky, it's
No
mine.
further! Eat this! It's go time! Here I come! Severing blade! This one's all mine! You're mine!
What was the shot?
Now I'm in the groove!
Don't mind if I do.
Take that!
Time to shine.
Can you take it? Blow away! Eagle fly!
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action! Not today! Take this!
Prepare to be seized.
Yeah, we appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir.
Blow away!
All good things come to an end.
Be still!
Going in! One more!
Strike!
Regenerate!
Here
Dare
goes.
threat me from behind?
Hurricane thrust!
Going in.
Shine!
Strike!
Shield and face! In a bind?
Not in your dreams.
Shine!
I never
Radiant
miss.
light! Regeneration!
Here I come!
Ready and
Strike! Hurricane thrust!
Another incantation ruined.
Place on higher!
Heal! I can carve through armor!
Here goes!
Here I come!
Sloppy!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
It's on! Hollow dance! Eat dirt!
Resonate with the earth! Death!
You did it! No escape!
It's in your hands now.
Blow away!
Guess I had to use it some... time. Look
I'm
sharp!
on a roll now!
No escape!
Get blossom! Take this!
Take this! Hurricane thrust! Lunar run! Go!
No rest
Hollow
for the
dance!
On guard!
I lost my
Take this! I'm not done!
Right move!
I'll tear you apart!
I'm not done!
This one's mine.
Radiant light!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! I still got a ways to go.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.